Benjamin Detweiler for excellence in all sports.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
You've just been inducted to the Hall of Champions.
Awesome.
And pretty soon maybe the Hall of Fame as well.
I'm already in the Hall of Fame because I'm that awesome. Oh!
All right.
Or am I?
No, I beg to differ.
Yeah. So let's go figure out maybe who is.
Let's go check out some real athletes that are getting into the actual Hall of Champions
Yeah.
and actual people who are actually getting into the Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
who actually do something with their lives.
Yeah.
Unlike you, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we should go check out an interview about the Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions.
Probably should.
So actually, we're going to turn it over to them. Actually, let's go check it out.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Palisano here with Wilmer Cressman and Bob Landis talking about the Hall of Champions Association. So what exactly is the Hall of Champions Association?
It's an organization that was established in 1978 to honor alumni successful in athletics as well as their life pursuits after they finished high school.
Okay. And I hear there's like a subcategory of Hall of Fame. What is the Hall of Fame?
The Hall of Fame, which now has 175 inductees in it from previous years, is a group that people who excel in their life pursuits after they finish high school. It's kind of subjective in that we try to find people who did more than the normal workload of whatever occupation they're in, so that they stand out above others, and they're selected by a committee each year from nominations that are sent to us.
So how do nominations work? How does one go about being nominated?
Well, if you know somebody that you feel is deserving, you could contact the school, and the school will contact us, and we'll send an application form out to them. And they fill everything out that's pertinent and send it back to us, and then we have committees that will go over this, 5-member committees, and they choose every year who they think is deserving to be inducted.
We also have a nomination form on our website, which people can get to and actually nominate someone right online to us. But we get nominations various ways. One year we got one from a metallurgy group in Ohio. They were taking one of our alums to be the president and wanted to know some information, so they sent in a request to the high school, and then they forwarded it to us, and eventually he became a inductee to our Hall of Fame. And that was one way that we got a nominee.
Okay. And how many people are in it currently?
We have 178 in the Hall of Champions, which is for athletics, and we have 175 in the Hall of Fame.
And who are the inductees for this year?
This year, I'll do the Hall of Fame. It's Francis Beecher, who was in the class of 1938. He's a musician, played with Bill Haley and the Comets, and he started out with Benny Goodman back in the big swing band era. And he was elected in 2012 into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. In addition to him, we have Curtis Cool, who graduated in 1948, and he led Haverford School to a state championship in lacrosse. He coached various sports, lacrosse, and he played football. And he was the athletic director here in Norristown for many years before he went to Haverford. And in addition to him, we have Josephine Volpe Taylor, class of 1951. And she is quite an accordion player and played all over the world. And also with the Verdi Band here in Norristown for many years. And last, we have Joseph Vasily, class of 1970. He's a businessman who is a CEO in Texas and been very successful in his business career.
They sound very successful. Do you?
The the champions this year is James Mobley, class of 77 for basketball, Douglas White, class of 1999 for football, and there's also Troy Swittenberg, class of 2000 for football, and Leah DeBusolo, class of 2006. She was would be inducted for softball and field hockey.
Okay.
I must say that to be inducted into the Hall of Champions, the minimum requirement is that you have to be all league in your sports. If that's minimum. If you're all region or all state, that's bonuses for you. But the minimum is that you have to be all league. You have to be voted all league in your sport to be eligible to be inducted. And all of the inductees, both Hall of Fame and Hall of Champions, you must be have graduated from school 5 years. So 5 years out is a minimum.
Okay, so 5 years after their high school career ended.
Yes, after their high school career ended is when they're eligible.
Are there any internationally known inductees in the Hall of Champions?
Yes, Josh Colbreth, who, what did he win, the javelin? No, Al Cantello won the javelin in the Olympics in Italy.
And Josh Colbreth won the hurdles in the Olympics back in the 50s.
Yeah, so they're both internationally known.
known.
Other internationally known people, Dr. John Harry, class of 1934. He invented the insecticide Sevin, S-E-V-I-N, and that saved the cotton crop of the world. They had a bad problem in Egypt, and he solved that problem for them. And he's internationally known for his work in the insecticide field.
We had Tom Lasorda, who was the manager for the Los Angeles Dodgers, who grew up here in Norristown, and is another one. And Steve Bono, who graduated from here, played with the NFL several years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then just from my class alone, we have a couple that were very well known. Jerry Spinelli, who was very well known nationally for his writing of children's books. And Roger Edelman, who was assistant district attorney for the United States government in Washington, D.C., prosecuted John Hinckley, who shot President Reagan back in 1981. And Dr. Jim Mullen, who is the assistant administrator at the University of Pennsylvania Hospital. And he's going around the world lecturing on various surgical procedures he was developing. And Blaine Lawson, who was another in mathematics, he's a member of the American Science Academy. He's developed certain theories in algebraic mathematics. So, and there's some local ones too. Michael Marina, who was the district attorney and later became the commissioners. And so they come from all fields. And you never know when you're in school, that person sitting next to you, in front of you or back of you, what they might turn out to be later in life.
Two others that I should mention, Dick Schweiker and Drew Lewis. Schweiker from the class of 1943, Drew Lewis from the class of 1949, both served on President Reagan's cabinet during his presidency. And that was the two from the cabinet from one high school is quite an achievement.
Yeah, they've all seemed to do a lot of achievements.
Yeah.
Now, I see you brought this book here. What's that about?
We have a book we just published. It's It's a book on the 35 years of our inductees. It's a bio with their pictures of all the inductees over the 35 years. And we give these out to each inductee, and then we also make the book. We're going to sell it for $15. And all the previous inductees will have a letter giving them an opportunity to purchase one if they wish.
And where could someone purchase one? How could they do that?
They can do it through contacting the Hall of Champions Association here at the high school. We have a mailbox also in the lobby, you know, where all the teachers' mailboxes are. If anybody wants a copy, they can just let us know, put a note in there or whatever. Or they can contact us through 1900 Eagle Drive or through the website.
Who does the money go to for the book?
We're not making very much money on it. We're just trying to cover costs, basically. And if we ship them out, we have to pay postage on it and the material to put them in and so forth. So, but any money that we would make would go to the Hall of Champions Association
Okay.
to further our activities.
Is there anything you guys would like to add?
You might notice if you walk through the school, there's a new, previously we all just had little brass plaques with the names of the inductees in the lobby of the school and in the athletic wing. Our president, Steve Harner, came up with the idea of displaying more information to encourage students to become members. And we came up with this idea of, it's like a 4x8 plaque, and throughout the school and the various departments we're going to display not only the name now, it'll be their picture plus their biography. And this will be in a little 8x10 frame inserted as they get inducted. It just started, so you're going to notice these things developing as the time goes on, because we have 300 and some people to put into these display cases. So it's going to take a little while to finish this, but the one has already started down in the cafeteria area.
Yes. One other thing I must mention, that Howard Severin Rieger, the class of 1907, summer, who wrote The Blue and White. He's a graduate of the school, and he's a member of the Hall of Fame.
That's exciting.
Just in case. Yeah. We dedicated a plaque to Mr. Rieger. It's out by the elevators in the front lobby of the high school, if you haven't noticed.
Okay. Well, make sure you guys go check out those plaques. I'm Elizabeth Palisano, here with Wilmer Cressman and Bob Lindes, talking about the Hall of Champions Association. Now back to the Eagle's Eye.